What's up you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited today. I'm going to be creating another look out of the AFROGALACTIC palette. This is from Juvia's Place. I love this palette. One of my favorite palettes that I own. It's very affordable. It's very beautiful. I absolutely love the color story in here. I think you can create so many fun looks out of this palette. So I'm going to build a look around this palette today. So first things first is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start with my eyebrows. I'm using the LA Girl Brow Pencil. I think we decided we liked this brow pen. The color is actually pretty good for my brows. The color range in these is not the greatest. They only offer 2 shades, but it's $7.99 for a brow pen. So if you need dark brown or black, I would definitely say try this out. I mean, it really does look like you have a brow hair. So now I'm just going to clean them up with the makeup wipe. Now I'm just going to line under the brow with my Oma Beauty brow pencil. Okay, so I'm going to go in with a little bit of this Juvia's Place eyeshadow primer. Blend it out with a brush. This one's in the shade 2. And I am just going to go ahead and carve the brow out with it. Then I'll just go in with my sponge and even it out. So now going into the Juvia's Place AFROGALACTIC palette, I'm going to dip into a little bit of Solar and a little bit of Mars. And I'm going to use that in the transition area. I'm just going back in with Solar. I don't want to add a lot of purple, just a little bit. Now I dipped back into both shades, just adding that into the crease and working it up to the brow. Going back into Solar. Same thing for this side. Just going to start with Solar and Mars in the crease. Go back in with just Solar. Work it up to the brow. Going back in with Solar and Mars mixed together in the crease and working it up to the brow. Going back in with just Solar. So it's just like every other dip, I'm doing Solar and then I'm doing Solar and Mars and then Solar and then Solar and Mars. So now I'm switching brushes and I'm going to go into this shade right here, which is called Alien. I'm going to put that on the front part of the lid. Ooh, that color is so pretty. It is so sparkly. I love that. Same thing for this side. Juvia's Place has some really great eyeshadows. So now I'm going to go into this shade right here. I love that shade. It's black with glitter in it and it's so pretty. That shade's called Stars and I'm going to put that right on the outer corner. And I really love it because you can see the glitter in the black. You know how sometimes there's like a matte shade but it has like a little bit of glitter in it and you put it on and like, oh, I don't even see the glitter. This one you still see the glitter, so I love that. So pretty. Of course, same thing for this side, just adding the black on this very outer corner. Just gonna start mixing it over top of that purple, blending it in with that Alien shade. Oh, I love this. That looks so pretty together. Okay, so now I'm just going back with the first brush, dipping into Solar. And I'm going to start blending out that black shade with Solar. And I'm going to work it around over top that Alien shade. Just light pressure, just working it around. Same thing for this side. Just going to start buffing out that black shade and working it around. Just keep blending back and forth. That's just, blending is key. You just have to blend, blend, blend. Just keep blending. It really does make all the difference. Okay, so I have a ton of fallout. I'm going to go ahead and clean that up really quick. I'm not done yet. I just need to clean up because it is just getting on my nerves. That's why I've been loving to do my eyeshadow first, because it's like once it falls on top of your foundation, it really is just harder to clean up. So now I'm going back in with the black brush. I'm not adding anything to it and I'm just going to start blending out a little bit more over top that black, flipping the brush around just to kind of smoke it out. Going back in with the first brush, not adding anything to it and blending out. Same thing for this side. For highlighter today, I'm going to be using one out of this Beauty Crop little palette here. This has blush, highlighter, bronzer. I'm going to be using this highlighter right here today. So I really wanted to use that on the brow bone as well. And it's just, look how pretty that is. Isn't that just the prettiest purple highlighter? Just blending it in over top of that gray shade right underneath of the eyebrow. And this is another way that I kind of like clean up my edges on really dark colors, is bringing that highlighter shade down over top. Then you're going to go back in with that first brush and blend out just to get the two meshed together, just like so. I love that. That looks so pretty. So now I'm just going to go ahead, take the makeup wipe, clean up one more time, make this edge nice and sharp. So I am going to use my half lashes today. I'm going to go in with my Kiss Lash Glue. This is literally the only lash glue that I will use. Let's go in, prep the skin while we're waiting on the lash glue to dry. Going in with my Mirabella serum. I'm surprised I'm not out of the serum yet, but almost. I'm like trying to get every drop out of here. I love to put down a serum and a moisturizer before my foundation. It really makes such a difference in your foundation routine. P. Louise Repair from 2022 moisturizer. I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes a little bit today before I add on the eyelashes. I'm also going to go in with a little bit of the e.l.f. Lash and Roll mascara. It's because they are just half lashes, I like to coat them first. If I'm putting on a full strip, I don't like to coat my eyelashes with mascara first. I like to do it after. So I got my lashes applied, and I did go ahead and put a little bit of this Ione black eyeliner in the waterline. Now I'm going to go in with the One Size Secure the Glow Primer. I love this primer. I think it feels like skincare and primer together. It's like so hydrating, but it also gives you a little bit of tackiness so that your makeup will stick really nicely. But I love how hydrating this feels on your skin. It's like a drink of water for your skin. It feels so good. For foundation, I'm going to be mixing two. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. This is the original. This is in shade 205N. And then I'm also going to be using the House Labs. Now, this is in shade 110, I believe. 110 Light Neutral. Just going to use a little of this. And I'm just going to blend it out with my e.l.f. sponge. I love this e.l.f. CC cream. It gives you a beautiful finish on its own. It's a full coverage foundation, and it actually looks really beautiful with that Secure the Glow primer. But I am going to go ahead and add just a little bit of this House Labs foundation. I love the way this makes your skin look. I just don't love the coverage it gives you. It's a little too sheer for my liking, but again, I just think it sits so pretty on the skin. So I like to use it as like a foundation topper, if you will. I've put this on top quite a few different foundations, and it always looks beautiful on top of any of my foundations. This foundation is like skin-like, so that's why I like it. It looks super natural on the skin. For cream bronzer today, I'm using the Milani cream bronzer. I love this one. I think it is so beautiful. Very affordable, but just looks so nice on the skin. Love this shade. I got mine in the shade Hey Honey, and I just think it's so natural looking on the skin. I am going to go around the edges with my sponge just to even everything out. Okay, so I'm using this cream blush. I think I got this from Temu, or it came from a subscription box. I do not remember, but I just love that like pinky purpley tone, and I thought it would go with the eye look that I was doing today. So that's why I chose this one. Just going to blend it out with a brush. These are so pigmented, but so pretty. If it looks crazy, don't worry, trust the process. We're gonna add concealer and blend it down into the top of the blush so it'll even everything out. So for concealer, I'm gonna be using the new Fenty Beauty Concealer. You already know, I love this concealer. I'm gonna blend it out with my brush. I just can't get enough of this concealer. I always go right back to this concealer. It just blends out beautifully. Course, we're just blending it into the top of that blush. I mean, isn't that just so pretty? Same thing for this side, just blending it down into the top of that blush. So for setting powder, I thought let's use the lavender setting powder to go with the eye look, to go with the blush. I'm just kidding. It doesn't really look lavender, but it does give you like a nice seamless look when you're using like pink blushes or lavender blushes. This looks so good with it. So I'm just going to set the under eye. I mean, so smoothing. Same thing for this side. Just going to set under the eye, I love this powder. It is so good, so smoothing. Take it down into the T-zone. Of course, I'm just going to take a little bit on a brush and set the rest of the face. For powdered bronzer today, I'm going in with the Physicians formula. I haven't used this one in a while, so I was like, let me use her. It's going to set the cream bronzer. This is such a smoothing bronzer on the skin as well. This is a scented product though, so if you don't like scented products, you're not gonna like this, but it smells like coconut. Literally reminds me of summer. I'm gonna use my P. Louise blusher palette today. This is the Baby It's Cold Outside palette, and I'm just gonna go into this top shade here. I thought that kind of matched that liquid blush, so I'm just gonna set it with that one. I love P. Louise products. I think they're so good. I mean, look at that blush. Isn't that so pretty? I'm going back into that Beauty Crop palette for the highlighter. I'm going to use that one. It's a really pretty purple highlighter, and I just thought, how cute would that look with the eye look? This is a really nice highlighter, very smooth on the skin. It's so pretty. I mean, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that. It's so pretty. I know a purple highlighter is not for everybody, but I don't mind wearing a purple highlighter. And then I'll just go back in with the blush brush and kind of blend between the two a little. So I'm going to go in and finish the lower lash line, and I'm actually going to go into this Mars shade. And I'm going to buff that on the lower lash line first. Then I'm going to pick up a little bit of this Solar shade, and I'm going to buff out the Mars shade with the Solar shade. I'm going to finish the lower lash line with a little bit of the e.l.f. Lash and Roll Mascara. And then for my eyebrows, I'm going to go in with a little bit of this Oma Beauty Brow Gel. For lips, I'm going to go in with this charcoal lip liner. And then I'm going to go in with this Sephora lip gloss in the shade Wild. This is so pretty. Yeah, I think that looks cute. I like that a lot. That Wild lip gloss has like purple and blue sparkle in it. So I think it goes pretty well with this eye look. So last but not least, I'm going in with a little bit of the e.l.f. Stay All Night Setting Spray. I love that setting spray. It is so good. Okay, you guys, so this is the completed look using the AFROGALACTIC Juvia's Place eyeshadow palette. I love that eyeshadow palette. I think it is so beautiful. As always, let me know what you think about this look down in the comment section. I love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!